And we are live from Alternate Universe right here in Milford, Connecticut. We got a lot of stuff going on today, Eric. You got announcements.
Woo!
Jamie and I got announcements. Jamie's not here, but we do have a special video with her to talk about our announcement. You guys got comments coming on. We got people in the store. We are going to have lots of fun today. Lots of shenanigans going on. Eric, what's happening before we get to this up? What's going on?
Just gotta put up a few little buddies over here real quick.
What the heck?
You know, just a little couple little heads.
Let us know if you guys are watching and listening. We got so many announcements going on.
A lot of big news, but you're starting it off today, man.
All right.
Big news.
Let's get to it. I know I've been busting for weeks, for months about this, and I can't wait anymore. So let's just get to it. Jamie, the time is here. It's time for us to make this wonderful.
It is time.
That's what I said.
I know.
That's what I just said.
I'm excited.
What? I know you're excited, but hold it. We got to build to this. People have been waiting. I know the time is here. The time is now. We have to build it up because we've been talking about this and dropping hints, and we've been just building, and I am just ready to burst to make this huge announcement. We are here today from Alternate Universe in Milford, Connecticut, and we're gonna drop the bomb right now. Do you want to do it? You want me to do it? I think you should do it.
I want to do it.
All right, you do it. Let everyone know this wonderful announcement.
A brand new sponsor for the Angry Geek Show, and it is CBCS, the Comic Book Certification Service.
An Angrygeeks approved source. So that means they're an Angrygeeks approved source. They visit Angrygeeks approved comic shops. It all ties into the network. What a wonderful thing. Do you agree?
A huge, happy Angrygeeks approved family.
It's the Angry Geeks Show.
Huh? Look at that. Years of hard work actually pays off. And CBCS, awesome. I mean, I can't believe, I was stunned. They approached us. They talked about it. We're going to have people from CBCS live with Jamie and I Monday night during our show. I mean, I was flattered. I was taken aback. I can't believe that this happened.
Excellent.
And it's just amazing. Years and years of hard work and ups and downs.
Yep.
And it paid off. Look at that Axel right there, the official bodyguard of the Angrygeeks. Yeah, it's just I'm floored. I can't believe it, and I owe a lot of this to the ARE family. I for believing in us. You know,
we love you, Lewis. That's all I can say is we love the Angrygeeks, and this family is growing, and we got a lot of cool things coming. I'm glad there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're getting back to conventions. Things are warming up. A lot of stuff, you know, this past year, we've been a lot of things in the back burner, and now it's all here now. So,
and and Axel gets to work again. Instead of following me around to small shops, he can actually be a bodyguard for me and Jamie. Make sure I don't fall down and break my ankle again. How you doing, buddy? Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, of course you can take a photo. Hold on, we got what's your name? Cameron. You want to come say hi to the camera? Is it okay, Mom? All right, we're gonna bring special guest Cameron in. Just come over here.
Come around on this side.
Come on, Cameron's gonna
say
hi.
Alternate Universe with Mom here.
Everybody say hi to Cameron. I'm vaccinated. Eric's vaccinated. Cameron's where?
We're all good.
Oh my God, Cameron!
I don't know about Sam. Sam may not be vaccinated.
Do you like comic books?
Yeah, I'm half vaccinated.
You're half vaccinated.
Well,
okay. Well, I'm half Italian, so we're okay. So, what do you collect, Kev?
I collect I do Magic cards and DC comic books and some Marvel comics.
I like him already.
There you go.
I like him. Who's your favorite?
There you go.
I can't really decide between the Tim Drake Robin or the Damian Wayne one.
Ooh, okay.
There we go.
Well, that's Superman. Don't mess with the S. Get out of here, Cameron. You just wrecked it. You just wrecked it. Thank you for being on. Wow, look at that. We got some hellos. Let's say you get some hellos.
All right.
Thomas, another ARE family member. How you doing? and Rocket Raccoon herself. How you doing, Amanda?
What's up, everybody? Hope everyone's well on this weekend.
Amanda, well, thank you very much, Amanda. I appreciate that. J-Bo McNeil says that he wishes that he could be there today. And Aviva, a long time
virtual hug.
Yes, Aviva, you know how Jamie and I feel about marking you, and thank you very much for the congrats. And Chandra, thank you very much. And Chandra says, hey, one of our listeners, Cameron, says boo on Jason Todd. Wow. Wow. Holy moly.
So yeah, going exclusive here and sponsorship here with CBCS. And
look at that. Thank you, Cody. Engineer Cody just popped something up there.
Logos up there. Everything's looking good. Oh yeah, this big news. And it grows bigger. We got a lot to cover over here.
Well, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. I mean,
well, not only with the Angry Geek Show with CBCS, but Altered Reality Entertainment, who is behind Rhode Island Comic-Con and Colorado Comic-Con, everything. Our entire family, CBCS will be the exclusive comic book grading service for our shows going forward. They are the clear choice. It's going to be a great partnership with them. And is it expanding into the alternate universe world, where alternate universe over the next course of 3 to 5 months or so, we're going to be remodeling and fixing things, tweaking things in New Haven, but Milford's getting the biggest redo. This is going to be a big CBCS. We're going crazy with grading comic books here in the store. And once everything is all set, alternate universe in Milford will be a drop spot, and we will be working with cross promotions with them. We are going to alternate universe in Milford will wind up having the most graded comic books of any store in Connecticut.
And your Angry Geeks approved. They had the home of the Angry Geeks.
Right.
What am I talking about? I want to say hi to Denise. How you doing? And Pam Yak. Hey, do you know Pam? Pam Yako?
She kind of has my last name.
I think so. She might be related to you. We don't know. Anyway, Pam says a big woo. And Amanda, again, Rocket. You've seen Amanda's cosplay, right? Rocket Raccoon?
Yes.
It is amazing. I love this woman's cosplay. The gun is as big.
She'll have to come down to do some Connecticut events.
Definitely. Well, Amanda, yes, we want you to see you at a con. And the man himself, Ian Chase Nickel.
Where's Ian?
He is right here. And thank you, Ian. I appreciate it.
I haven't seen you and talked to you in a while.
I've been trying to get him to be on with Jamie and I, and he is like the elusive rabbit. He's got
some new projects coming up.
I know.
You got to get on the Angry Geek Show.
I know. I want
him, get on the Angry Geek Show, I should say.
Yes, again, I want him to be on the show to talk about so much stuff. And I don't know. Ian. I don't know. I love you to death.
With everything coming up with all these changes, new sponsorships, new deals, CBCS and everything. That's also they're also going to be the official when we start doing in-store signings. We're gonna have Fabian here, Ron Gard. We're gonna have everybody. They are now going to be the official witnessing here at the store. So actually, when we start doing signings again and we start rolling forward, those are going to be even bigger now, because you can actually get your books witnessed on site now after they're signed.
That's awesome. Amanda says just contact her. She's available anytime.
Friend me on Facebook.
And Big Joe, what's going on, Joe? I can't wait for the wrestling convention. We can be. I cannot wait for that. Jay Crandall says awesome news, and Brian Rose says hello.
A lot of changes coming up, and conventions are coming back. Yes. Hallelujah! I mean, there's a lot going on, and it's good. I feel good. This last year, I think it was a punch to the gut for everybody. We wanted to get back to see all our friends, our convention family. We wanted the camaraderie. We wanted to be around people, and we're gluing everything back together. Last year we lost a lot, and it's time to start gaining back.
The sad part is my convention family is my friends. You do believe it was fun? A couple weeks ago, Jamie and I actually we had a meeting, and I went to go see her. We had dinner, and that was the first time in a year that we were actually in the same place at the same time. 2020 was It was.
It was.
I mean, Axel and I, we seen each other and here at the store, but it was just that dinner meeting that Jamie and I had was the first time in a year. It's just crazy. I saw you guys more than I saw, which is just insane.
Well, the last time you were here when we did the live set.
Yeah. Yes,
which there is no live sale today. That was a mistake. So
no, because I don't read the dossier. I just create, and I got home, did that last video, and pulled up different files.
Lewis is like JoJo, the ad maker. He's got to get going over here.
Yes, I was like, I had to do a video for Rhode Island, and I was just doing stuff, and I was like a video making promoting machine, and I put live sale and then posted it, and like, Eric's gonna love this. And then he texts me.
And I did, but I like the thing you did with the barrel of monkeys, so that was good.
Yes.
No perp saw that.
Yes.
That
Oh, he did. He did. Yep. Earplug Podcast did see it. And he texts me, he goes, the video's awesome, but there's no live sale. I'm like, we're in a comic book store. I'm sure I can hold something up and say.
Everything's live right now for sales.
I'm sure I can hold something up and say, hey, if you guys want to buy this, go to the website, contact Eric, and you can buy it. So, yeah, like, matter of fact, give me one of those CBCS books. How about that?
Look at this a beautiful job they do on their books. And these are just one of probably 1,000 books we're going to have on display.
Axel, can you do me a favor? Take this book and put it in front of the camera. And just put it right there so they can see this. Look at this. That is from CBCS, the official sponsor of the Angry Geek Show. And it's for sale right here.
At Alternate Universe.
At Alternate Universe. So if you guys want to buy, see, we are having a live sale.
I know.
All right.
We were showcasing, but
yes,
we're here.
Look at this. If you guys want this, and Amanda says the new cases from CBCS are so nice. Yeah,
yes,
aren't they?
They are very nice. They're
beautiful.
Rigid. I mean, they're nice. They pop. I can't wait to see 1,000 of these along a wall here. I can't wait to remodel and it's going to be crazy in here.
So let's talk about the remodel really quick. How long is a remodel going to take?
Well, actually, now that after today's live show, I'm going to start figuring out, laying out what I'm going to alter here, move shelves down. We're going to be pushing a lot of the wall books this way, and then a lot of greatest stuff's going in. I've already had 2 meetings with CBCS. We're on phase 3. Probably by the end of this month with sending books in. Oh, God, we have probably about 500 books already in the pipe right now waiting to come back.
Hold on. Engineer Cody said that he will come and help Uncle Eric remodel for free, and he'll even ride his bicycle from Ware, Massachusetts.
There you go.
All right, Cody. Look at that.
Guy.
And Joe Goulart says hi. Joe, I hope you were here for the announcement.
Love you guys. How are the promotions going today? We have our other team in New York City today doing another promotion.
Yeah, how's that going out there, Joe? I hope you saw the announcement. And
for CBCS.
Yes, and Joe was a big part of this.
Oh, I know.
Joe was a big part of this, and I really appreciate that.
Mr. Goulart is top notch.
Yes, he is. And Joe says he'll bring the sledgehammer.
Oh, there you go. I know he wants to start knocking down the walls over here. We need to take over the other part of the building.
Oh, poor Joe. Joe says he missed it. Well, it's okay, Joe, because that video that we just shared will be up on the Angry Geeks Facebook page, so everybody can see it. Plus, CBCS will be live on the Angry Geek Show this Monday night with Jamie and I, and every month. They're going to be on at least one show with Jamie and I talking about comics, talking about grading comics, and just having fun with us in general. So make sure you guys get your questions in order for this.
This is going to be some exciting times. Some new bridges are being built here. We're going to have new promotions. It's going to be.
And Donald says hi. You know, Donald, I just realized, and I don't know how this happened, but we just became friends on Facebook. But Donald is a big supporter of Angry Geek Show. We see him at every con, always comes over, very polite, talks to Jamie and I, comes to all our live shows. It watches every week. And then I see this thing saying, Donald, how did that happen that you and I weren't friends? But yeah, I just wanted to say that's Facebook is weird. Because when you swear you're friends with someone and then they just like, you get a friend request from them again. And it's like, how does that happen? It is so weird. Joe says he's doing a happy dance in Brooklyn. How are things out in Brooklyn? You guys didn't answer our question. Are we kosher out there? Are we having fun? How is it in Brooklyn?
Yep, they're up there promoting Rhode Island Comic Con.
Yeah, let's talk.
The biggest show in the smallest state. You know, the biggest show in New England. And I can't wait to go back to this. My feet are looking forward to blisters.
Yeah.
So.
We'll definitely give my surgery That would be a year to heal. We can see how it is and see if Axel has to carry me around again.
You're gonna need your hover round.
Yes, I know. And Brian Rose says yes. Facebook has been odd.
But we do have Colorado Springs Comic Con, which will be the warm up. We got to burn off this COVID fat and these sore bones and body and get back into it.
You got to think about it. Look who I work with every week. Okay, she posts workout pictures. She's
a horse
riding. Yeah, horse riding. She is Wonder Woman personified. Okay, and then when I am standing around, I got Big Axel standing next to me. My arms used to not be chopped liver, but now all my arms went to my belly. I gotta get. Having a surgery a year ago, exactly, and then COVID hits. I stopped doing everything, and it's just, and now I seriously got to do something.
It's just gonna be walking. I already got to start walking again this week. Got to get used to everything. Gonna have to be going between 3 buildings, doing craziness. Matter of fact, Bergie, I love you, man. Where are you, man? Come on.
Yeah,
come down to Connecticut, man. I miss you,
man. And Joe says, doing great, sunny, low tide, water, stink. Joe Mack says hi.
Joe Mack.
Yes, I miss Joe. I love working with Joe. Joe is one of the greatest photographers.
I'm feeling good now.
We just froze.
Oh, we just
there we go. We froze
we froze for a second.
For a second. It was Amanda's comment. Amanda says her ankle surgery for a second time isn't looking forward to walking a con. Well, I tell you what, you could just take a scooter like I did. It'll be good with the Rocky cosplay. Seeing you on a scooter. And Jabo McNeil.
Yeah, I don't know if they do RPG stuff, Jabo, but I'll find out for you. I know everything right now is definitely comic based, and then their secondary division with Beckett does the authentication for autographs. So I'll look into that for you.
Yeah, and Donald says if the comments will pop up, we all gain weight since we are not able to walk around cons. Yeah, that's pretty much. And Joe McDonald, #JoeSquared.
Joe Squared.
I love that. That is awesome. You want to continue talking about Rhode Island? I'm excited.
Yes, I am glad we're getting back to things. I'm really looking forward to this. It's been Debbie Downer the past year, so it's like, we have to get back into seeing everyone, having a good time. Guest announcements are coming. Things are rolling forward, and I think like all fans, every fan is praying to just get into that light at the end of the tunnel.
Things are just popping right now. Things are starting to cultivate. Things are starting to grow. Oh yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, it's gonna be great.
The banana splits. I already talked to the people in charge. I said if we do something with the banana splits, I have to be there.
That'd be hilarious.
I have to be with the banana splits, and if they have a panel, I want to moderate it because my childhood, I had Cody and I had Neil check it out, and they were like, "Grandma and Papa let you watch this?" I'm like, there was nothing wrong with it in the 70s.
You go back and you watch some of those shows like HR Pup and stuff, all that stuff. It's like, wow,
exactly.
You think about it now, so
yeah, and I'm like, yeah, there was nothing wrong with it back then, but they were actually laughing at me. And yes, Jamie could tell you, I can sing the Banana Split song, word for word. Yes, I know the whole thing. It's on my playlist. When we were coming down here, it came on. Cody just switched it. No, that Hong Kong Fooey. No.
Okay, he said, yeah. Turn that off.
Yes, and Donald says hoping to get to RICC again. What can we talk about RICC? What can we talk about? What can't we talk about at the moment?
Well, basically anything right now that's active on the websites is a go right now.
Okay.
Everything's rolling forward. As far as what is and what isn't, there's nothing to talk about right now because whatever's on the website is what's been approved and what is going forward.
Sue, I wish you were here. You could be directing us.
I hope you feel better.
Yes, please get well. But I wish you were here because she would just be, no, you can't say that. Start throwing stuff at me. And what other announcements do we got before we get into geek stuff?
I'm just amped up about CBCS. Hope they see the video. This is great. I can't wait to start working and doing more with them. They were just here last weekend. Me, Joe, Steve, we all hung out here. Connie, the kids are there. We had Matt here from CBCS. That was 8 hours of work. We are going to have a lot of goodies going on here. This is a good bridge that got built.
I was planning on being here, but unfortunately, I had
wedding. It's okay.
Not my wedding.
Now you're here this weekend,
yes,
so we're good.
I know. And where are we? We are here at Alternate Universe. Look at I love the portable studio. I could do so much stuff with this. I'm digging it. Jupiter's Legacy. Let's get into some
geek speak. You know, we're here. We got our our promotions. We got our things. Let's talk some geek speak. We haven't spoken in a while on that.
Jupiter's Legacy. And the Black Panther's in the house.
Oh,
Look
Jason
at this.
has arrived, and he brought the Bambino with him too.
Yes.
There we go.
Yes, and very rarely do I see Jason without a costume on, but here he is, the Black Panther himself, ladies and gentlemen. As Jason is walking the baby over, let's Jupiter's Legacy. Did you like it?
I liked it. Fans were putting it down. I liked it. Here, come on this side. Bring the Bambino on the camera.
Special guest right here.
Yep.
One of the best cosplayers that I know, the Black Panther himself. Jason, say hi. What's going on?
How's it going, guys?
What's up, man? How are you?
Oh my God, she's gorgeous. Look at her.
Oh, the baby.
Good thing she looks like you. Look at that. Oh,
look at that cutie.
Oh, she's got her eyes open too. Look at that.
Hi.
How's everybody doing?
Future cosplayer.
Yes.
Absolutely.
There we go.
Absolutely.
How's things, man? Everything's good?
Things are great.
Awesome.
Things are great.
Awesome.
I'm happy
Awesome.
to be enjoying the weather.
We're just talking now about getting back into the swing of things. Light at the end of the tunnel. Shows coming up. I mean,
it was
interesting. I can't wait.
I was in my garage this morning and trying to dig through things looking for stuff cosplay related, and I was just like, I haven't done this in over a year.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I gotta move things and push things out of the way.
Dude, come on. COVID didn't get you like us. So
I know.
You're right back into the costume. You're fine, man.
So let me ask you, what's next? What's next for your cosplay? I mean, Black Panther, Voodoo. What are you doing next?
What I have in the works is I have the Clone Wars version of Mace Windu.
Ooh, there we go.
That's an exclusive right here.
Yeah, and I also have I don't know if I want to say for Rhode Island what I got going on.
No.
I'll tell you guys off.
Yeah, we'll keep the secret.
As long as it's not Macho Man,
Now you got to go to Rhode Island.
Now we got
see that.
Yes,
for some playtime.
There's a play. Look, she's adorable, man.
I know.
Yeah,
what a cutie.
Much.
How you doing, honey? How's everything? Everything's good. Good.
I'm just
glad. Look at this bundle of joy that was created here.
I'm just glad she looks like you and not him.
Yeah.
If she does, believe me, she does.
Beep, 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 beep.
So good.
I swear to you, she smiles. She's just
because she was just smiling a second ago.
It's like, who are all these crazy people? Who are all these crazy people?
Let's get back to Jupiter.
Look at she's beautiful though. Some geek speak.
Yes.
I'll hang out till you guys are.
Yep. All good.
All right. Jupiter's Legacy. Did you like it?
I did. A lot of people were putting it down. I enjoyed it.
Okay.
I enjoyed it.
Are you thinking now? Jamie and I had this conversation the other night. Are you thinking that people are just getting burned out of the whole evil Superman or Superman? I mean, we had Brightburn, we had of course the boys, and then we had Invincible, and it's always the most powerful man on the planet and universe is evil. Are you getting burnt out by that?
Really, because you know what it is, if compared to how many times there's a good version of that character, there's still less bad versions of that character. So I like seeing the different, like Omni-Man on Invincible. I mean, that was I'm gonna tell you right. You want to watch a cartoon? That's the cartoon to watch. Invincible kicked butt. Unless
you got a little parental discretion right here. Be over
like
13.
You said over there. You're right, Mike. Utopian isn't evil.
Yes, no, he isn't evil though, but it's I mean
he's the one upholding
everyone together.
Kill,
Yeah. So J-Bo says it's a good show and entertaining. I agree. I mean, like I said, I gauge everything by Rose.
Yeah,
we all know she part of our community, but nowhere near our community. She'll talk to you about baseball and hockey, comics. She was like, it held her attention. So. Yes, I would say that it was a hit because it held her attention. She liked it.
I liked it. I can't wait for season 2.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Anything that makes me want to keep watching. Now, when you're able to binge watch, I hate waiting week to week. But when you can binge watch and it ends and you're like, is there more? And there isn't more. It's like, oh, man.
Well, that's what I did with Love, Death, and Robots. Have you watched that?
Season 1 was awesome. I haven't started season 2 yet, and I heard it's shorter and not as good.
It is. Season 1 had 18 episodes. Season 2, 8 episodes. Blew through it yesterday.
And the first one was so good.
It was. It was. I mean, the first episode of Love, Death, and Robots season 2 was funny. And because I related to it because we had one of those RoboVacs, and it all surrounds a RoboVac, and I was laughing hysterically. And then the stories kind of got wonky after that.
And I heard they brought nothing back from the first season, which that's what I thought they were going to do with some of the shorts, and they didn't. And I was bummed when I heard that. So
it was entertaining, but it didn't have me wanting more.
I'm either going to start that tomorrow night or watch Batista's new
Army of Dead. Now, Army of Dead, I've been wanting to watch this and wanting to watch it. We are going to be watching it tonight. Axel,
we already got some over there. Okay,
yes.
Don't say no more.
And so we got some more comments. Hold on. I would say Mikey G is talking about Utopia, saying he's actually the same morality as Superman. If anything, it's a tribute to the rules that guys like Super and Batman have tried to uphold for over 80 years.
Very true,
yeah,
Mike.
Very true. Very true. Amanda says that try Jupiter's Legacy. Great show.
Yeah, it is.
And J-Bo says Bad Batch. We're going to be talking about the Bad Batch in a minute.
Which I haven't started watching. I'm waiting for it to finish because I want to watch it all in one shot.
Okay. Cody and I, and again, I'm going to use Rose as a gauge. She said something that not all Star Wars fans are going to agree about, true Star Wars fans. Okay. After we watched the first 2 episodes, I said, well, what do you think? And she said, it's cute. But then again, she also referred to the same thing as The Mandalorian. She said The Mandalorian was cute, referring to Grogu. So, The Mandalorian held her attention. She liked it. She could not wait to watch it every week. And I couldn't watch it without her. So she said it was cute. And she definitely wants to watch The Bad Batch, so Cody and I cannot watch it.
Oh, is it J-Bo's? I know, J-Bo, I will. I just want to watch it all in one consecutive order.
Shame on you, Eric. Yeah,
I know.
But The Bad Batch
my
is
Star Wars card.
Well,
Never
mind. I won't even get into revoking Star Wars cards. Mikey G says he's watching Maddox right now. It's absolutely ridiculously.
What is it? Oh, MODOK.
MODOK. That's what I said. I said Maddox.
Maddox.
Yeah.
That's his brother.
That's his brother. I seen it on Hulu. I just haven't watched it yet. Do you know what MODOK stands for?
I do remember, but I can't think of it right now.
I know one person in the world that can spout it off like that, and that's Joe St. Pierre. We were at a live show. Somebody brought
Joe,
up
if you're out there, we love you too, man. We haven't seen you in a while.
And J-Bo says MODOK is super funny. Yeah, I seen it. It got released yesterday. I haven't watched it yet because, like I said, you're probably
so much to watch now. I'm waiting for a lot of other things.
You'll be able to binge.
There's Netflix. There's Amazon Prime. There's so many shows right now.
You'll be able to binge watch Love, Death, and Robots.
I'm going to watch it in one night.
So, you will in 1 hour. Now, Jason's still here. He's off camera. Did you watch season 2? Not yet. Okay. All right.
But you like season 1, right? Yeah. It's so good.
There's only 8 episodes. You're going to be able to wipe that out within an hour because all the episodes are only 12.
I wanted more of the one where the girl was fighting in the arena.
Yes. Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah. But to me, Love, Death, and Robots is actually heavy metal brought to life.
Yes,
it's
exactly.
True heavy metal. The movies, which were awkward for me, the first one, because my mom actually sat down and watched it with me while I was on HBO. Very awkward. We won't get into that again. But the part 2 heavy metal, the one with Julie Strand, it wasn't as good as the first. But I think Love, Death, and Robots, which is a Netflix series, by the way, that is heavy metal.
It is. It's more modernized. It's better put together, correct. Obviously, but I know where you're going with it.
Michael B. Jordan is actually in Love, Death, and Robots season 2, and he has a good. I liked his.
Don't spoil it.
I won't. And Mikey G says, 2 people, Lewis. Yes, I think he's going back to my friends. I think probably. Yeah, Mikey, you're my friend. I hope, right, brother? I really hope. But anyway, let's get back to Love, Death, and Robots. It's heavy metal for today, and that's the way it should be. The stories are short. It was funny. We were watching last night. Rose had kept her attention, but she said after one of the stories ends, she goes, "That's it." Oh, yeah, pretty much. But then again, she says that to me awful lot.
I'm bummed now hearing that it's not as no rush. I guess I'll watch the Batista movie.
Okay, and J-Bo says he's waiting for the new He-Man cartoon to come out.
I'll watch that too when it comes out.
Well, how do you feel about that? I mean, did you seen the stills? I mean, is it back from when we were a kid? How do you feel about that and how they look?
If they make it look like the old show, which it does to a point, and I don't know if they're actually going to go in a campy direction. Are they going to do that where there's some seriousness to it and then some funniness to it? Or are they going to keep the old style and they're going to do serious storylines? We don't know because we haven't really seen official trailers yet, so it's only stills.
The way I'm looking at it in the stills, He-Man looks like a badass. The way he's holding that one sword, Skeletor looks scary. So what I'm hoping, especially since it's done by Kevin Smith, I'm hoping that he's going back to the original Masters of the Universe comics. I'm not talking about the ones that first came out from Star Comics, which was made by Marvel.
Yep.
I'm talking about the ones that were inside the toys. When you open up your toy, there was that little 5x5 comic. In that, He-Man and Skeletor were brothers. He-Man got...
It was more serious.
Exactly.
It was because once they got to the cartoon, they had to market it towards selling the toys. So things all changed.
Exactly. And He-Man and Skeletor were brothers. He-Man got his powers from his harness that he wore. Okay. It was some kind of metal that they found and all this and the swords. There were two swords. The power sword was two swords. The power swords get blown apart. He-Man has one and Skeletor had the other, and they were fighting to get him to put them together. That's what I hope this cartoon is about. J-Bo is saying Kevin Smith is a big part of this. Yes, that's why I did say that. Kevin Smith is, the
and a pop
guy.
for Chris Capana. If you want to get an original of anything for He-Man drawn up, contact him. Awesome.
Yes, and Jay, that's what we were just getting at. The toys came out before the cartoon. Yeah, because each one of those toys, including the sets, had that little comic book in it, and I believe there was even a 45. At one point, I think it was in the early 83, 84.
Probably.
There was a little 45, and it was really cool when the cartoon came out. And I was like, none of this really makes sense, but it's still cool, and I'll still watch it. Especially what Battle Cat being from.
For me, I gravitated more towards I watched the cartoon, but I wasn't really a He-Man. By the time those action figures were hitting, puberty was kicking in. So had to date and have some fun. So
I still watch cartoons, and
I'm just gonna sit over here.
And man, it goes, oh yeah, Chris would crush sketches on Masters of the Universe. And J-Bo, tell us something that we don't know. Orko is his favorite. Orko was created for the TV show.
I wonder why Orko's his favorite.
I don't know. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure that. Whoa!
What does Ian say?
Ian comes back. Ian says Alfred. Whatever, drew a bunch of those mini comics. He did a ton of Savage Sword of Conan, also early Bruce Timm in those comics. Yeah, exactly.
Very cool.
Eric, pronounce that last name. Because you can't even say Fabian's last name.
I know. Don't even put me on the spot.
I know.
I butcher everybody's name. I can't see what that letter is.
That's why I wanted you to read it. And Mikey G says,
Fabian, I'm sorry. I know I butcher your name every time when we talk. So I'm sorry.
I know. I think it's hilarious. That's why I wanted you to do that. Mikey G says he was always a Gwildor fan. Billy Barty himself. Now, it was pretty funny. We were talking about the He-Man Master Universe movie with Dolph Lundgren last episode, a couple weeks episode after that.
Which, speaking of that movie, one of the Banana Split guys actually plays in the movie.
Yeah, and with that, somebody said, I can't remember who it was a comment up on the screen, goes, oh, but they killed Skeletor, died. I was like, no, we didn't. That movie was like the grandfather of cutscenes. If you wait to the end, Skeletor pops up because I'll be back at it coming out. I forget who it was. It may have been J-Bo, may have been somebody else. I can't remember.
That film did have some good parts to it.
Oh, it did.
Obviously some bad parts, but it overall did. Good parts. So
yeah, and there was a big story about the Big Zero on Orko's costume, and Mikey G says Billy Barty was a national treasure. Yeah, he was. And Amanda says the last show we discussed Skeletor's death. Yeah, and like I said, he didn't die. That was one of the original movies with a cutscene. It was pretty cool. And because when I went to the theaters, I always stood there through the credits because I like reading all the different stuff that was up there. Plus, I love music. I love movie music.
Yep. And
I was just sitting there taking it all in, and all of a sudden, Skeletor popped up, and it just blew me away. I couldn't remember another movie at the time that had a cutscene like that. Now it's like every other movie has one. But it was cool. Did you know about the cutscene?
I did not.
Really?
Yeah, I thought he was dead.
No, Frank Langella pops back up because that's who. Yeah, that Frank Langella, believe it or not, Dracula gave Masters of the Universe credibility by being in it. Because Dolph Lundgren's costume, don't get me wrong.
Wasn't Courtney Cox?
No, that was her second movie. Her first thing was, let's see if I remember,
dancing in a music video.
Dancing in a music video with Bruce Springsteen, Dancing in the Dark.
Yep.
Yeah, and J-Bo says I'm trying to find out if Orko is a good guy or evil guy, or if he's either an evil guy or girl. And yeah, that's what he's trying to figure out. That's pretty. Yeah, is Orko a guy or girl? We never even knew what he looked like without the.
I just like Battle Cat.
Battle Cat was pretty cool. Battle Cat, not so much.
Not when he was Cringer. I know.
No, Cringer.
I know. It makes you cringe.
Yeah, and another thing that kind of blew me away was the whole Prince Adam secret identity type thing. That
I know.
I was like, well, what is this? This is not the comics, but I'm super excited about it. I can't wait for it to come out. Earlier when I came in, I brought up Sweet Tooth. Books flying off the shelf. You can't find them. First
series run, very tough to find. Everyone's latching onto it. Robert Downey Jr., DC imprint over here. It's gonna. It might be a big hit. We'll see.
Okay, and Mikey G says, by the way, hey Eric, how you doing, my friend? Miss you, Mike.
Love you, man. I can't wait to see you. Hope to see you.
Yep, and
in November.
Yep. Amanda says Battle Cat is her fave. You do have volume 2 of Sweet Tooth on the shelf.
Yep.
All right. If you guys are interested, Sweet Tooth, new Netflix TV show. If you can't find volume 1, we do have some volume 1.
I can see volume 1, 2 from here.
And we have volume 2 right here.
In the trade paperback for volume
1. All right. And J-Bo says he's waiting for part 3 of The Last Ronin. What's hot in the store
today? Should be Last Ronin number 3 should be out next week.
Okay. What is super hot? What is... Axel, just do your job. Don't worry about it. What's hot in the store today? What is flying off the shelf? But let's talk back issues. I came here. I was looking for some back issues before we came on, and Hulk, spare us. Captain America, spare us. Thor, spare us. What
stuff is not, because of obviously the pandemic and the shutdowns and the weird things, the way things. No one's really coming in and selling stuff. But I mean, as far as like current stuff right now, I think a book that's selling off the shelf ridiculously fast and on multiple upon multiple printings is Berserker.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves. I know
that book is like they're on a 4th printing of number 1 with a foil cover. Out of a stack like this, I'm down to like 3 copies.
Well, do you think, why is it? Is it because of the story? Is it because of art? Or is it because Keanu Reeves, another national treasure?
I think it's a mixture of A, B, and C. I think right now we're in a market right now where new buyers, speculator buyers, and collectors, and everybody is latching on to stuff right now. So this book comes out. Everyone likes Keanu Reeves.
Yep.
It's already going to be becoming a show and an animation show they're talking about. So, and Netflix is involved. I mean, now you have this book comes out. It has a high print run, but everybody and their grandmother is buying this book.
All right. Now, J-Bo says U.S. agent is Sparus. And Amanda comes back saying U.S. agent was a bear to find. Now, this is funny. The U.S. agent, you were able to find them 50-cent boxes.
I know.
Everywhere. Okay. But now, because of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which I loved, I'm sure you loved it too.
It was good. I thought Invincible was better because it was running, at the same time. It was good. It's not like it's bad.
Okay, but now everyone is rushing out and hitting those dollar boxes or 10-cent boxes in comic shops looking for the U.S. Agent books.
Yep.
It is crazy if you're lucky.
But they're trying to latch on to the Falcon appearances right now, Winter Soldier appearances and everything like that. So let's talk about Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
so
absolutely. I thought it was great. The last episode brought a tear to my eye when Sam did that speech. Man, I was like, I'm not crying, you're crying. That's because it was emotional.
I don't know. For me, it's like you watch Winter Soldier and Bucky in that is a complete badass. It's like Cap was having trouble with him when they're fighting in the street. He's going after Black Widow. I mean, there's cars. All of a sudden, he just doesn't seem like he's at that level, even though that was during when he was being mind controlled and everything like that. He's not at that level anymore. It's like Bucky alone is a super soldier. And I don't know. It just seems like on this show, he's a little bit down powered.
Well, I think the reason why, and J-Bo, you did swipe a copy from me because your adopted nephew was supposed to put it inside, but gave it to Uncle J-Bo instead. And Mikey G says, we'll get back to you, Winter Soldier. I need Marvel to release a red, white, and black trade. Yeah, that would be awesome. I think the reason why they were downplaying Bucky is because he was going through therapy. He was trying to break away from what he was, so he was not really wanting to do what he had to do. His time on Wakanda, Jason, I think the way they did it was good because he didn't want to be that person anymore.
And I understand. Okay. You don't want to be that killer. You don't want to be that person, but that doesn't mean you still don't lack the skills and the ability.
Well, they did show that when he was on the boat, he lifted up that generator with one arm. They showed how strong he was. He put it down, and he didn't want to fight the Wakandians when they were beating the crap out of Zemo, which was one of the funny. And not just Zemo, excuse me,
U.S.
agent, the U.S. agent. Are we going to help him? Yeah, it was a standout. Jason off camera. It was funny, and Bucky was just going through the therapy. He had to deal not only with everything he'd done in the past, being brainwashed, but the loss of his friend. And when he told Sam, Sam said, Steve was wrong about me. Well, then if he was wrong about you, he was wrong about me. He was dealing with a lot of emotions. So I totally bought into the downplaying of Bucky because he was not in his right frame of mind, he was still trying to deal with all this stuff, so it worked out fine. If we go back, I kind of compared it to Lethal Weapon, the original Lethal Weapon. Mel Gibson was a badass. Okay, Martin Riggs was a badass, but was he the badass that he was in the past? Because he was still dealing with his wife's death. But after he became to terms with everything in the movies going forward, except for 4, he became that badass again. So that's how I looked at it. I thought it was, really a well put together story, and I wanted more. Could it have worked as a movie? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. I would have been in the theater. I would have paid for the streaming. I thought it was absolutely, it was great.
I also don't feel like, I don't know if you saw it that way too, but like, all right, Falcon, Bucky and everything, they helped save the world.
Oh yeah,
and you're telling me like Falcon couldn't? Hey Pepper, my sister's boat needs a new engine. Can you help me out or something?
Yeah,
like that?
I do.
Like, no, you're telling me nobody is helping anybody?
Yeah, I totally get that. And when he went to the bank and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" Oh my God, you're Sam Wilson. You're the blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden it's, "Oh, we can't help you." Come on now. I thought all the Avengers had a Stark Platinum card.
And not even asking for him, but you're telling me like, Rhodia, can you get me an engine for my sister's ship?
Exactly. Amanda says that she loves the Vulcan and the Winter Soldier. They did an awesome job on the show. Brian Rose says, I love the part where they test trigger words and confirm he was cured. Yes, that was fantastic. Mikey G comes back and says, the Vulcan and the Winter Soldier was about soldiers returning from war and not being taken care of. It's about PTSD
PTSD.
Yes, there you go. I couldn't even say it. And about the roll races and I can't even read that word. I can't see it.
Well,
I'm seeing it. What?
You're gonna have to get a bigger screen.
Yes, I know. All right. Well, you guys seen it on there. And
what were you gonna say, Jason? You're.
Do you think that Marvel is going to take a page out of the CW's network, CW Network's playbook, and that once their series are established, then there's crossover where you can see people like Pepper who are auxiliary characters come in and help, like a Bucky with like or Sam with like the ship and like little Ozymandias as like a nod of like, oh, she's in this episode. But not
it's possible.
I don't know if you guys heard Jason off camera. Jason wanted to know if Marvel or Disney Plus is going to be taking a playbook out of DC or Warner Brothers and the CW network and have secondary characters cross over into the shows and help out Bucky or help out Wanda.
Yeah. So once they're all had their first season or two, then there's these crossover episodes.
I think they will have crossover episodes for sure. We already had War Machine in the first episode of Falcon and Winter Soldier. I'm pretty sure that they will. And the word that I couldn't read was supposed to be America by Mikey G. I thought he was making up some new language. I wasn't sure. So, yeah. But I truly believe that Jason's on target, and I think they are going to start crossing over.
They should, because it's going to be the only way to glue everything together to make you want to roll the board. Like, I hope Loki's going to fill in some more blanks here, because what's leading up to Phase 4 if they haven't, put down any foundation for us? I mean,
true. Very true. Now, let's talk to Loki before J-Bo McNeil says he's excited for Venom 2, and CW sucks. They keep ending great shows. But they just want to bring more stuff out there.
The problem with the CW is an hour show, and it's 45 minutes of crying. If I have to see the Flash cry over Iris one more time, it's like, stop crying. You just cried last week's episode. Stop it.
Loki. I'm expecting, and I am a collector. I'm not a speculator. I am a collector. I'm not a flipper. I just want to put that out there. But I am expecting Kang, any appearance of Kang, to go off the shelf.
What, you think he's going to appear in there? I don't know.
His statue, he's there. His statue is there.
I thought he was going to wind up being in, Ant-Man Wasp, the quantum realm. I
think he's going to show up. They're going to make mention to him. Something's going to happen in Loki.
He's a big villain, and I hope they really use him there. He's actually one of my favorite villains.
Really? Kang the Conqueror.
When you control time, you're indestructible. Yeah. And I think they downplay him too much. And
well, to be honest, Cody is our engineer. Cody, my son, he is not a speculator, but he does do a lot of, I'm going to get this because I know it's going to be hot. And he's looking for Kang appearances. Okay. And he's with me when I'm out there hunting at flea markets and stuff. And if he finds something, he'll pull it out. He got an Avenger one, but I snagged it from him. See, he's looking at me like, no, now he's thinking. You
took it from me. What? Where?
Yeah. What? David Campbell says, Yakko is my lightning rod. Yeah. Elaborate, Dave, because I'm kind of confused there, unless we're going back into more comments.
Do you guys think that Galactus is going to be the new big bad in Phase 4?
If the only way you're going to be able to...
So just in case you guys didn't hear Jason off camera, Jason says, do we think Galactus is going to be the big bad in Phase 4?
Especially with them introducing the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, especially
the only way you're going to top Thanos is Galactus. And if Marvel plays their cards right and they get painted in a corner, what's the easiest thing to do? At the end of Phase 4, have Galactus destroy everything, and you start over fresh with all new people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that would work. And Davis says, Barry always says Iris is his. There you go. I got it now. And Amanda says could be. Yeah, so you do. I would love to see Galactus. Now, we had Ron Friends on, Jamie and I, on the Angrygeeks a couple months ago. And he was talking about Rise of the Silver Surfer. People were complaining that Galactus wasn't in it. Yeah, Galactus was in it.
It was a cloud.
But no, it was his shadow. It was his shadow of Galactus. He thought it was brilliant. He really liked it. Ron Friends thought it was great. I mean, Marvel royalty right there. I mean, come on. If he liked it, I certainly liked it. I thought it was great. I thought Lawrence Fishburne did a great job as the voice of the Surfer. I liked the film. I thought the first two Fantastic Four films, not the Roger Corman film, but the two floppy arm. I thought the Fantastic Four films were good. I am looking forward to, and not the piece of, no, not the one after that with Michael B. Jordan. But I'm looking forward to it for the relaunch of the FF. Who I would cast, I don't know. I'm just getting excited to see it. I am waiting for them to bring in the mutants, which I saw the New Mutants, by the way.
That was actually better than what people said it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I love the shout outs to the X-Men, especially Professor X. That was pretty cool.
I love the actress that played Ileana.
Yes, but no, it was funny. I was quoting the movie as the first time I was watching it. And she goes, because I'm magic. It was so predictable. It was perfect, you know, and I was definitely liking it. I definitely like it. Mikey G comes in, and hold on one second.
Yeah,
wrong comment, Cody. Mikey G says, I see Kang as the possible next villain. Galactus is more just an FF enemy. I bet we see Doctor Doom or the Beyonder before Galactus.
Or remember, Kang screws with time. You have the Multiverse of Madness. You have Into the Quantum. So what if they screw with time so much that on a cosmic level that attracts Galactus?
See, that can happen too. Now, this is the reason why I'm thinking Kang, is because Into the Quantum Realm, Multiverse of Madness, the whole Loki TV show is surrounding,
because he's from another
it's surrounding
universe.
It's surrounding time. Okay, and if you watch the trailer, you see Kang in the statue. It has to be Kang. That's why I'm going. I'm thinking,
Are you sure? Because people thought they saw Mephisto in a.
No, rewatch the trailer. They're going to where Kang comes from. I'm telling you, it's going to be Kang. I Kang the Conqueror would be an awesome film.
I love Kang, so
it'll be. I think it's good. I really do. I think Kang and Mikey G says Mephistopheles. There you go, or Mephisto. Yeah. Well, it's Kang. Amanda says it's Kang. There you go. See, if Rocket says it, Rocket says it. Plain and simple. Brian Rose says. Brian Rose says, might even be Cable and Bishop at some point when the X-Men are introduced. Well, okay, we already had Cable in Deadpool 2, and he's coming back for Deadpool 3.
So that's the thing is, too. What are they going to do? Basic X-Men with us, or are they going to try to diversify and go into something more of a modern group? Because if they're going to start anything to bring the X-Men into the MCU, you're going to have to start with its base. You would have to do Jean, Scott, and the flavor of the second incarnation. You'd have to throw Wolverine in there.
Yeah.
You know, people want to see Wolverine, you know.
Mikey G says Mephisto will never be in the MCU. The Chinese market won't support him.
Yeah, that's, I heard that
very
too,
true.
They're against the whole underworld and hell and everything like that.
Maybe if they make First Class canon and build off of that, because they already have Wolverine in First Class. And
see now, but who do you really are they going to recast? Because if you think about it right now, the actors that play Magneto and Professor X right now are actually the perfect age right now to do a reboot and bring them back. But will that confuse people if they're going to take it away? Unless the Multiverse of Madness and all these films glue something else together.
I don't know. I mean, Hugh Jackman wants to come back as Wolverine, and I think that is, you know, things I'm seeing and reading on the internet.
I just want to see that iconic scene where he's slashing down on the Captain.
Oh my God! Yes,
film that would be.
Yeah, it would be great, and you know, I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true, right? They're they're saying that Chris Evans will come back and do a crossover with Wolverine. Oh my God, that would be great. It would be great to have Chris Evans as Cap, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Just I mean, wow. I think it would be
make
cool.
Ridiculous money, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It could happen. Hey,
Yeah.
Never say never, you know?
Yep.
Never
Now,
say never.
Amanda says she can't wait for Shang-Chi and the 10 Rings. I always seen growing up reading Master of Kung Fu, especially what Mike Zeck's iconic covers in his art on the inside, and of course, always fighting against Fu Manchu in the story. I'm a little leery after watching Iron Fist. I'm like, oh God, what you guys did to Iron Fist, don't do the same thing with Shang-Chi. The trailer looks amazing. Okay, the actor is not how I always perceived Shang-Chi to look live action, because again, Mike Zeck always drew Bruce Lee.
Yeah,
he drew Bruce Lee on every cover.
I can see cover like 101 or 102.
Yes, I mean,
sitting there is like that.
He drew Bruce Lee. Shang-Chi was drawn like Bruce Lee. This actor that they got, talented, super talented. Is he going to be able to pull it off? Especially not wearing the red gi with the yellow. I mean, I grant it. I know. It needs
momentum because the next big film up is Eternals.
Correct. And J-Bo McNeil did have a comment about Eternals, but it's way up top, and we're going to get screwed up.
And then they're going to go into Eternals, and then it's the next Amazing Spider-Man movie.
Yes, Far From Home.
Something Home Far.
Yes. Something like that. Engineer Cody, do you know what it is? Close to home, far from home? I don't know. Never going home, Axel. But
ET phone home, something like that.
Now, Doctor Strange is supposed to be in that, rumored.
They need to roll the wheel for it. So, in other words, if Eternals rolls to connect something with Amazing, the next Spider-Man film, and then it rolls for Shang-Chi. Remember, Eternals, Shang-Chi, those movies are going to have the same basis as the first Guardians.
Correct. It's Far From Home. Yeah, Axel just said that.
No way home.
No way home. Thank you, Axel. Off camera, I already brought it up. J-Bo McNeil, no, we just got confirmation. It's No Way Home.
No Way Home.
Axel, where did that come from?
It came from the internet.
So it's got to be true. Brian Rose says it's a pity Iron Man did not fight the real Mandarin. Well, there was that little segment saying he was the real Mandarin and he was just playing a game, which I kind of believe. That was pretty cool. And J-Bo says he doesn't believe Axel. That's why I'm asking for confirmation.
It came from the LATimes.com.
LATimes.com is where that title came from. So, I mean, LA, there you go. Engineer Cody's checking on it right now. The David Campbell says, oh, this is the correct title. David Campbell comes in, Spider-Man Home on the Range. That segment. Now, again, does anyone know about this? Ben Kingsley recorded something where he was really the Mandarin and everything that we've seen.
See, if they bring him into Shang-Chi and he morphs into the real Mandarin, in other words, it was playing possum all.
Yes.
Now that would be kind of something cool.
It would be. The action of Shang-Chi in the trailer at the end kind of reminded me of Speed.
A little bit, yes. Bus. Yep, with the butt, yep.
Yep. But I'm digging it. I can't wait for it. I
said, it needs to just have some sort of connection because every Marvel movie over, from the beginning, from 2008 with Iron Man, every little thing connected together. If they make it connect, because obviously at the end, if it becomes one major antagonist and everything like that, Shang-Chi is going to have to be there. The Eternals are going to have to be there. You're having another gathering of the greatest, so it has to all glue to something.
Maybe Karl Malden. We don't know. We gotta wait. Let's go to Black Widow. Let's talk about this. Will you go to the theater?
That's coming up.
Yes,
that's right.
In July.
Not Eternal. Yeah, that's first, then Eternal.
Yes, in July. Black Widow we got coming up.
I love the whole Soviet super soldiers. I can't wait to see all that stuff.
Yeah, all right. Cool. So with the Black Widow, will you go to the theater? Or will you pay the extra on Disney Plus? Now, we did have a whole show about this, and I'm sorry for rehashing this. And J-Bo already timed in saying he's going to go to the theater to see it. Will you pay the extra or will you go to the theater?
I'm definitely not cheap. I would love to go back to the theater and watch it, but hell, if I can see it on Disney Plus 30 days after for nothing,
Okay. I'll get to my.
But I may want to go to the theater because by then it's been over a year or more since being in the theater. And don't get me wrong, but it's hard to sit at home with a surround sound, lay in bed, and have a big screen TV.
Exactly.
I can lay there naked and eat popcorn off my
chest. What the hell? All right. Amanda says
too much again.
Yeah, Amanda says she can't wait for Black Widow. My man, the Red Guardian, will finally gets to be seen. After watching Nobody on Prime, Nobody was released into theaters and on Prime at the same time. Paid, I think it was $20 for it. Got to sit at home, pause it if we had to use the restroom.
Yeah.
Had our own popcorn, had our own pizza, whatever.
And that's not being against the
no,
theaters.
That's not being against.
It's convenience.
Exactly. So at first, when Disney started doing this and they released Mulan, I was like, I would pay extra to see that. As Black Widow's coming forward, in the Angrygeeks household, I said, you know what? I will pay the extra money. I'll pay the $30 to see it. Because if you really think about it, a normal family will go to the theater, or say you and I went to the theater.
Yep.
We're spending $30 to get in there now. You have an 85-inch TV, you have surround sound, you have a 90-inch TV, a 70-inch TV, you have the stereo system. You're going to get the same experience. And it's right there in the comfort of your own home.
And if you missed something or you thought you didn't see,
exactly,
rewind it a little bit, go forward. You always can do whatever you want to do. Theaters, you can't say, "Hey, can you back up, please?" So
well, we used to could. We used to could. It just works. I think it works. I did go see Wonder Woman 84 Christmas Day. I went out to the theater and see it. All right. Well, we'll talk about that in a second. But I did go out and see it, and then I came home and I rewatched it again on HBO Max. I have no problem with that. But then I saw the value because I wanted to see Nobody. And I saw the value, and, again, my wife, she was like, if you really think about it, it's the same value.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna spend the extra money for Black Widow.
It'd be different if all you had at home was your 24-inch tube TV. Forget everything is more modernized right now.
Yeah. See, now you mentioned tube TV, and we have people, younger audience, going, "What? What are you talking about?" Yeah. We used to have tubes and fluid. The original big screen TVs had the fluid that you had to pour in there. Did you ever have an original, one of the original big screen box TVs that weighed like?
I had a 50-inch projection behind.
Yes.
TV. Thing weighed 1 billion pounds.
Yeah.
And when I wheeled that thing out of my house to give away, I was like, I wasn't going to miss it anytime soon.
I gave mine away because one of the transformers on the inside was arcing because I had it for so long. And the funny thing is, the screen started fading, and I called someone to cut. Yes, you used to have to call people to come and fix your TV. Axel's looking at me like,
and pricing now.
No, not smacking it.
Pricing's ridiculous now. My first, 54-inch TV flat screen. Mm-hmm. I'm going back many years. It was almost $3,000. Now you can get an 80-inch TV that's this thin for $500.
Yes, that's exactly what we got, Rob. It was Royal Rumble weekend. I was like, we went from a 65-inch to an 80-inch. Poor Cody had to sit down underneath the TV. He couldn't even fit it inside the car. It was so funny. Brian Rose says, I've seen a big screen. I've seen a big screen that was so big it was over 3 feet tall, 3 feet out from the wall, too big. And Chris Heber says, still have a 65-inch rear projection Hitachi. Wow. And Amanda once again says that
it's 2021. Yes. Chris.
Amanda says that going to the theaters is Marvel's tradition. She can't stop that now. And Donald says that the kids were the remote controls. Yes,
they were.
Yeah.
You know how many times my father get up and change the channel? I had to get up and do it.
Yeah, exactly. And then you had the knobs?
We had the turner, or later on you got where you can actually plug the wire into the TV and you had the controller in your
phone. We had the turner, and then we had the key button like a safe. You remember that?
A safe?
Yes. It was a plug Rhode Island a little bit. On the TV itself was kind of like an ATM, and I think it was a Sanyo. And
I only remember the turn. Yeah.
No, it had the numbers, and you just type in the numbers that you want. It was really, really cool. And Chris Hebert,
I go far back, but I don't remember that.
Chris Hebert says it still works. Talking about the TV, and David Campbell. I remember the front projection ones with the 3 colored lights. Yes, and we had to replace the fluid inside ours, and it was the guy came in and he had to put on gloves. I still had this TV when this happened when Cody was little, and he had to put on these special gloves, and he poured the chemicals into it. It was just insane.
You don't even know how hard we had to struggle.
I know, and
we had to take duct tape, tinfoil, and an old cable box just to see a red, yellow, and green boob.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. And Amanda says, "Yep, my grandfather's remote." She was her grandfather's remote control, and they had to turn dial 9 on the TV. And another cool thing, especially living in Norwalk.
God forbid the knob broke and you just had the wrench.
Oh yeah,
yes.
The vice grips.
Off camera, Jason says if the knob broke on the TV, you had to put the vice grips in there and turn the channel.
Turn the channels. Jeez.
Yes, and J-Bo McNeil says Eric said boob. Do you remember back in the day when you were downstairs in the living room? Now, you younger kids in the audience probably don't know this. You're downstairs in the living room. Your mom is at the window. Your dad is on the roof. Turn it the other way.
Get nothing in.
Yes. My God. It's
antennas.
It's just insane.
For rabbit ears and wrapping those with aluminum foil.
Yes.
Channel 8 would be the only channel that would come in great around here.
Yep. Or Channel 20 on a clear day. Eric, we've been going on for an hour. Let's start plugging away on some little stuff, and then we're going to wrap up.
CBCS. The bridge has been built. There is a lot going on with the Angrygeeks, with Altered Reality Entertainment, Alternate Universe. Oh, there's some good stuff coming. I am so happy and looking forward to all of this.
Yes, don't forget live Monday night with Jamie and I. Our official sponsor, CBCS, will be on to answer you guys' question about grading comics, and then he's going to get into a lot of geekiness with Jamie and I. So stay tuned for this. And
look forward to the remodel of Alternate Universe in Milford. We're going to have the most graded comic books of any store in Connecticut. We're going to be doing a lot of killer stuff here. Witness signings, everything. And then don't forget, coming up, Colorado Springs Comic-Con and the biggest show in the smallest state.
Axel, can you pop that up? Axel's going to pop this up. This is Rhode Island Comic-Con, the home convention of the Angrygeeks, home convention of
There ain't nothing bigger in New England. So
no.
This is the show to come to.
Cannot wait for this show. And we're going to see you guys soon. Come down to Alternate Universe. Buy some stuff if you don't have it. Online shop soon. eBay
just
soon.
go to our Facebook page, Instagram. We're going to, whatever you need, you contact me or come see me.
Yes, contact Eric. You want a back issue or something? I'm sure it's here in these walls.
I don't do windows and I don't vacuum anything. But listen, you need anything here, you come see me.
There you go. Contact. We'll talk to you guys.
Love you.
Monday night. Stay tuned for Jamie and I. And we will see you then. Stay classy.
This has been an Earplug Podcast presentation. Found on earplugpodcast.com, iTunes, SoundCloud, and wherever your favorite podcasts are found.